In this video, we are going to be discussing the nuances that comes with the full moon in Capricorn here, August of 2025. So really fast before we begin, each day of the week is ruled by a different planet. Sunday is ruled by the sun, Monday, the moon, Tuesday, Mars, Wednesday, Mercury, Thursday, Jupiter, Friday, Venus, and Saturday is ruled by Saturn. These are over here on the right, just some of the big picture energies that comes with each planet. The sun is your personal vitality, the moon, your inner world, your emotions. Mars, action, forward momentum, Mercury, communication, Jupiter is teaching wisdom. It is like the expansive guru type of energy. Venus, today, I'm recording this video on Friday, August 8th. Beauty, relationships, your relationship with the public, luxury goods, material comforts, and Saturn is discipline, structure, routine, karma, the planet with the ring around it. There is no escaping the lessons and experiences you are meant to have in this lifetime. That is Saturn energy. So the first week of this month, we are capping off the week with the full moon in Capricorn. Each one of these energies are the numerology for that day. So Monday, moon ruled August 4th. We have the big picture life path, 21, with the base three energy, two and one combined together to give us three. So it is a 21 flavoring or 21 nuance to that base three life path. And we have the day energy itself. So a 21-3 life path with 4 day energy. We have the full moon beginning today on August 8th, Friday, ruled by Venus. We have the 7 life path with the flavoring or nuance of the 25, 2 and 5 energy, combining together to give us nuance and flavoring to that base 7 life path. And August 8th, we have the 8 day energy. So we tap into and maximize our access to the themes and activities of the life path by utilizing the day energy. So today, August 8th, we have the full moon beginning tonight, and it caps off early in the morning on Saturday, August 9th, before it begins to transition into the new moon as it has its maximum full moon illumination this night, Friday, August 8th, into Saturday, August 9th. So let's get into the nuances of that full moon. We are going to focus on August 9th here, as this is where the completion and transition ends. We have the 7 life path that we start on. 7 energy is divine intelligence, it is spirituality, it is intuition, it's a very analytical energy, it is retrospective. And because of that analytical, retrospective nature, it can create the sensation and literal loneliness, isolation, in order to give us the space required to analyze what works, what doesn't work. And the 7 energy in general tends to teach through material loss. It takes something away in order to deliver us the lesson we need to learn. And so this is the life path that the full moon is beginning on, and we maximize our access to that life path by utilizing 8 energy. Karma, it is power, success, transformation, death, and rebirth type of transformation. So we are going to utilize this 8 energy to access that divine intelligence, that learning that comes with the 7 energy on the Venus ruled Friday. So wherever in your chart Venus is sitting, this is the area of your life where these themes, these lessons are going to be heightened. As we transition into Saturday, August 9th, we have the 8 life path being flavored with both 2 and 6 energy. 2 is the divine feminine, it is intuition, it is support, it's a big picture vision type of energy. And so if you think of building a house, 1 energy, the masculine, action, deterministic, focused energy turns the raw land into a structure. It erects the structure. It creates the house. 2 energy, that divine feminine, that supportive improvement energy, then comes along and turns that house into a home. It makes it comfortable to live in. It creates the warm, inviting environment. It adds support. It adds improvement to whatever the 1 energy presented. And so 6 energy is selfless service, it is duty, it is overcoming hardships, challenges, barriers, obstacles through selfless service in duty, thinking, how can I help other people through this obstacle? How can I overcome this challenge with other people's purpose, with other people's emotions attached to that too in mind? And that is giving flavoring to that 8 life path, which, like I mentioned, is karma, power, success. And the 8 itself balances both the spiritual and material world. So if we look at the number 8, we have the circle on the bottom and the circle on the top. Not a lot of meat here in the middle. This bottom circle represents the spiritual world, while this top circle represents the material world. Our material world will never be able to outgrow the foundation that our spiritual world provides. And so this is where we can think of 8 as this highly karmic number. As we grow our material world, if we begin to outpace that spiritual foundation, boom, we slide back down. We are given these spiritual experiences, beginning here with that 7 life path, bam, across strikes down, that material loss, that isolation, that loneliness, that experience required to give us the lesson we need to learn is going to begin here as we wrap up this first 9-day energetic cycle for the month. So as we go back to the beginning of the month, 9, 18, 27, and then we have a couple of extra days here. We have this opportunity to give the universe the inputs we need to give the universe in order to compound our experiences. So we have this 7 life path, 8 energy. We have the 8th, we have the 17th, we have the 26th. 3 opportunities each month to give the universe inputs. Newton's third law: for every input, there's an equal and opposite output. In his words, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. As we compound our inputs here on this 8 energy day, 8, 17, 26, and we align ourselves with the different nuances of each one of those energies, we can begin to compound towards that output that we desire. Venus, 8, we have the Sun, 8, and we have the Mars, 8 energies. So as we begin the completion of this first 9-day cycle, we cap it off with the full moon in Capricorn. This is where we are building to right here. And so we have the 8 life path, and we access and maximize our access to that life path by utilizing 9 energy. 9 is completions, it is conclusions, it is a empathetic, human focused energy. It's a very high energy, lots of action, lots of movement, and it is both physical and mental in how it deploys itself. So you can think of the Mother Teresa type of energy. It brings conclusions to other people's experiences. That's both on a positive aspect and the negative aspects of these human experiences, because that's what nine cares about. It just cares about that human experience. So we are going to utilize this nine energy, this completion energy, to maximize our access to these karmic themes and activities that are coming our way on this Saturn ruled Saturday. So you see how these different things begin to layer on top of each other. And we have the two energy here from the 26th combining with that magnified and maximized two energy from the moon. So the sun, one energy, the moon, two energy. And we have this conclusion coming from the day energy that we are utilizing as we move throughout the day. It just so happens the full moon, where we conclude our growth, when we conclude this abundance of moon energy, happens to fall on this karmic life path, on the karmic Saturn ruled Saturday. And this full moon concludes on this conclusive nine energy day. So, this is how you can begin to stack these multiple layers of energy on top of each other to really gain accurate and precise nuances to the lessons we are meant to learn that the universe is giving us when we give our inputs and the universe returns us those outputs. We can begin to shift and align ourselves with this natural ebb and flow, with these natural cycles of energy that the universe goes through. So, what does the full moon in Capricorn represent? Well, the moon is our emotions, it is our intuition, it is our mind. You can think of the moon as representing our inner world. The full moon is the conclusion of this building up of energy that's occurring in our inner world. So we have full moon representing completeness, it is abundance, it is the culmination of this building of energy that gives us divine breakthroughs, spiritual and intuitive awakenings. This is all full moon type of energy. And Capricorn itself, it's the goat, it's the mountain goat, it's the climbing goat. It loves to overcome challenges, obstacles, barriers by setting a big picture target and then slowly using perseverance, using determination, constantly moving forward to overcome those challenges, obstacles, and barriers to get to that end goal, to hit that target. So the full moon in Capricorn is giving us a sense of security, a sense of safety in we are not where we want to be. We may not even be where we are supposed to be as we move through this eight energy month in this nine universal year. Nine universal year simply meaning we are closing all of the energetic loops that we opened and have opened for us going all the way back to 2017. 2 plus 1 plus 7 gives us 10. The magnified 1, new beginnings, and 2 plus 2 plus 5 brings us to 9, conclusions. One level deeper, another layer, we have 2017, the rooster year, and 2025, the snake year. In Chinese astrology, these two animals are in the same trine, representing this completion of energetic cycle, this completion of the energetic cycle. So, eight energy month is, like I mentioned, eight energy. It's death and rebirth. It is balancing the spiritual and material world. It is karma, power, success, achievement. And so this month is all about this transformative energy as we move through the month into September, where we complete this transition of this nine universal year to now begin October, November, December, really laying the foundation that we're going to launch off of for the next 9-year cycle that begins in 2026. So this full moon in Capricorn is giving us that inner strength, the emotional clarity, the emotional safety to acknowledge and recognize maybe we are on track and we just need to keep moving forward and follow the plan. Maybe we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, and we are going to have lots of obstacles and challenges to get back on track. Or we have no idea whether or not we are on track or not, and we just simply need to trust Saturn's plan for us, acknowledging we are inside the ring and there's no escaping the lessons and experiences we're meant to have, no matter how much we want to believe otherwise. So, this full moon in Capricorn is simply giving us that little boost of energy as we transition through this meaty middle of the year to align ourselves with that karmic destiny, to begin fulfilling that role we were meant to fulfill in this lifetime as this 9 year cycle starts to wind down and come to a conclusion so that we can separate ourselves from what was so that we can move into what will be as we begin across October, November, and December, laying the foundation required to really launch into the next 9 year cycle that begins January of 2026. If you have, and then on Monday, ruled by the moon on the Master 2 day, we have with the 28 influence, that divine, intuitive, feminine power, success that comes from the eight, combining, giving us nuance and flavoring to that one numerological life path, new beginnings, life path, being accessed through that Monday ruled moon divine two energy. We have Mercury retrograde ending in Cancer, moon ruled Cancer. So, this whole energetic cycle that we are aligning with that concludes here in this full moon is now going to have the brakes released so that we are full speed ahead throughout the rest of the month. If you have made it this far, I genuinely appreciate you for watching. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments down below. I am more than happy to help you however I can. My name is Tristan Garrett Mueller, and I run Real Occult, a numerology and astrology business that utilizes a multi-layered numerology and astrology system to help entrepreneurial families eliminate stress, self-doubt, overwhelm, confusion, and replace those emotions, those sensations with spiritual clarity and divine levels of confidence for every member of the family. If you have any questions, like I said, please drop them in the comments down below. I am more than happy to help you. If you want to, you can head to realoccult.com. I'll drop a link in the description and you can book a free numerology and astrology reading plus strategy session. And I can walk you through whatever questions you have. We can do a full moon reading, deep dive into your moon sign. We can do a full deep dive reading into the house that Capricorn sits in, where all of this moon energy, this magnified two energy is going to be present and working through you in that area of your life. We can do a breakdown for how the rest of these transits for the month of August are going to interact with your energetic imprint, with your chart specifically. Once again, the universe wants you to win. The universe is on your side. Winning and success probably isn't going to look the way you imagined. The path to get there probably isn't going to look the way you imagined, and it's most likely not going to happen on the time frame that you would prefer. But with that said, the universe truly does want you to win. The universe and nature loves abundance. We simply have to learn the lessons, we need to learn so that we can fulfill the role we are meant to fulfill in this lifetime in order to access this abundance that the universe has in store for us. And we demonstrate to the universe we've learned our lessons by changing our actions and aligning ourselves with these natural energetic ebbs and flows of the universe. If you have made it this far, I genuinely appreciate it, and I will talk to you again soon.